What's up guys, Bloodshed here. Today I'm going to bring you a Necromancer Revive Trag'Oul build for Diablo 3 patch 2.6 and season 11. Now this build cleared a 105, a version of this build cleared a 105 in EU, and people have been using it in Asia for a few days now. It just made its way stateside, and of course my boy Jumper kind of took the build and redesigned it a little bit. And I like this version. This is actually my favorite version of the build, so I thought I would share it with you fine people. We played it for about 4.5 hours on stream today, and I got pretty comfortable with it. We cleared a 90, almost a 95 a few times, and I have suboptimal gear, but you want to get like Thorns damage. This is a Thorns Revive build. We'll get into the nitty gritty, but yeah, this is a Thorns Revive build. And pretty interesting. I'll put the link down below in the description to Jumper's build and a link to his YouTube channel if you want to check him out. You can kind of tell from watching the gameplay, you run around, stay alive, keep your health high, and revive minions, right? So as you're reviving minions, you're tapping your own life because that's what the Bluddshed does, and then you get globes and you blood rush through enemies to get your health back. So this is probably like the original implementation of what they wanted for the Bluddshed. You know, this yin-yang push and pull between losing your health and, you know, spending your health with life abilities and gaining your health back. So this is probably the closest thing I've ever played to what the original idea for the Bluddshed actually was. Anyway, let's take a deeper look into the build. So we're going to be running around using Decrepify, Borrowed Time. It's going to give us a huge damage reduction when you pair it with Dainty's Binding, and it's going to give us a cooldown, 1% cooldown for every enemy cursed, up to a maximum of 20%, which is really great for Golem, okay, for our Golem. Our Golem ability is going to summon corpses. So whenever we summon corpses, we can summon a huge revived minion, and of course it spawns globes. You can see the revived minion. He's kind of getting lost in the pack there, but you get it. We're using the Blood Revive ability. You target an area, reviving up to 10 corpses within 20 yards for 19 seconds. Since it's a life-spending ability, it's getting the full damage bonus from our Trag'Oul set, right? 3,300% increased damage on top of that. Command Skeletons, Dark Mending, just to get our health back, keep us topped off as much as possible. Flesh Golem, Blood Rush, you get access to all the runes with the Blood set. I kind of like the playstyle with a Hellfire Amulet using Spreading Malediction and getting the Blood for Blood passive. Picking up a health globe removes the health cost of the next blood spell. It just keeps us from tapping too much, and it makes it a little bit more manageable. We're using Aberrant Animator, that's a Thorns increase for your pets. Life from Death and Extended Servitude for your minions, your revived minions. I have skeletal mages on my brain, but yeah, it actually increases the duration of your revived minions. Alright, so Blood, how the F do I do damage? Like, how do you actually do damage in this build? So, the damage comes from Revive, like we talked about, right? When you grab some corpses, you get a revived minion. This revived minion does Thorns damage when enemies hit him, okay? The Jest of the set amplifies that Thorns damage. Also in the cube is the Mask of Scarlet Death. This also amplifies the Thorns damage that your pet does. The Moorbound Gauntlets have the Golem also drop a corpse every second, and that's going to help us just get more corpses. Blood, how many corpses do we revive? Now you can do up to 10 at once with Oblation, but it's really hard just to do 10 every single time. I think the guide recommends 8 to 10, so that's probably safe. For me, I was looking around the 6 mark, sometimes 5 or 6 seems to be my sweet spot. I'll kind of go through a quick rundown of the gameplay just so you guys maybe get a better understanding, because it is a little tricky at first. The only way you do damage is if enemies hit your minions, so sometimes you kind of have to bait out the enemy's attack to hit your minions. You kind of dodge or you jump away. I noticed with Perendi, he wouldn't actually hit my minions until I got close to him, and then he did a cleave attack, and that cleave attack I would jump away and he'd actually hit the minions. So you have to get a little creative. There's kind of a skill cap when you're learning the different mobs and what they do. But basically the rotation is you want to make sure everything is cursed. When you actually do revive, you're going to be losing health because it's tapping your life, and just make sure after you revive you have some minions to jump through or some globes to pick up, because you don't want to be reviving with low health or you're just going to get killed basically. You want to keep bone armor up, and sometimes I'll try to stun it on command whenever I think he's going to attack one of my minions. And Dark Mending you want to keep up. That's going to keep up your Justice set buff. So whenever I get a second, I'll be cursing, I'll be reviving, I'll be jumping through, and I'll be proccing Command Skeleton whenever I get a second. So as soon as possible, but you don't want to like jeopardize getting hit by any bad affixes like Frozen Pulse or just anything like that. You just want to stay alive, keep casting, porting through mobs, stunning, debuffing, reviving, right? It's kind of active, but you're also not really doing anything. You're just waiting for your minions to get hit in the face, basically. Anyways, that's going to be all for me today, guys. Big shout out to everyone that supports the channel on YouTube, Twitch, social media, everywhere. The build, the final verdict of the build, kind of resident sleeper, but I don't care about how I feel about it. All I care about is more play styles for people to choose from. So it's kind of resident sleeper for me, but if you know, some people like it out there, it's nice to have options, I would say. And I love playing new things. That's kind of one of the things that I really like to do in Diablo, and I had a lot of fun just playing with something different, from looking at it from a different perspective. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to follow me at twitch.tv/bloodshed. This is the Bloodshed, and I'm out of here. Peace.